I feel like I should know what that is. I swear I've never heard of that in my life.
Are you happy to be in Paris? Are you happy to be in Paris?
The thing about pulling an all-nighter to catch an early morning flight is you are going to crash as soon as you arrive. So, now that I've had my beauty sleep, bonjour Paris. A little live music to start the night, to kick my trip off right. Bonjour Paris. Today is day 2 of 3 for me here in Paris. I am just getting started with my day. I had a nice slow morning and now it is time for me to go pick up some green juice. I found a place that looks like it serves really good juice and has like a bunch of different ingredients. So I'm excited about that. So after my juice, I don't have any real plans. I have an idea of what I would like to do on this trip. And it's mostly things that I almost did last year or I didn't even know I could do last year until I was on my way out. Like the Sacré-Cœur, for example, I didn't even know what that was until I think I was on the train to the airport and I saw it in the distance and I was like, what is that? I feel like I should know what that is. I swear I've never heard of that in my life and I didn't know of it until I was literally leaving Paris. So that is something that I would like to do while I'm here again. And while I'm in that neighborhood, there's a restaurant called Sacré Fleur and I tried to eat there last year just because it popped up on like my search of where should I eat dinner, and I really liked what they had on the menu, but when I showed up they required reservations, so I was actually not able to eat there, unfortunately. And don't you hate that when you have a taste for something and your mouth is ready for it and you just can't have it? So I promised next time I come I will make a reservation and go and eat there finally. So I did email them about an hour ago to see if they have anything last minute for tonight or maybe for tomorrow. The only other thing I can think that I would like to do, if I have the time and the energy, is to actually go inside the Louvre. Last year, I was just outside. I did not actually go inside of the museum. I did not see the Mona Lisa or any of the other exhibits. So I think that would be really worth my while I'm here. So I'm gonna see. I don't know how far in advance you have to do that, like buy your ticket. But if I'm able to, I think, yeah, let's do that. And like, when's the last time I've been to an art museum? I don't remember the last time I've been to a museum, to be honest. So why not ease myself back in with a really iconic museum? So that's everything I can think of. Aside from that, I'm just meandering. Like right now, I'm supposed to be walking to this juice temple. I think is literally called the Temple of Juice. And I'm kind of going the direction that I think it is in, but since I've been talking and not looking at the map, who knows where I am? But look how scenic it is. So I always forget to show my hostels and my room at the hostel. So this is my room here at the People Paris Marais. It's a 4-person male dorm. Here we have the 4 beds, as you can see. Mine is here. I requested a bottom bunk. Whenever I remember, I try to request a bottom bunk because when I don't, I get put on top and I hate climbing up there. This is the view from my dorm. And not all the dorms here have the ensuite bathroom, but this one does, and so did mine last year. Last year I got a 4-person dorm as well. So now I am making my way to the Louvre to actually go inside this time. As I mentioned, last year I did go to the Louvre, but I just took pictures outside. I didn't go into the actual museum, so I'm excited to go see that today. I guess today I'm gonna see the Mona Lisa in person for the first time. I don't know what else they have. I'm sure they have a whole bunch. So that reservation for me is at 3:30, and it's about 2:30 right now, maybe 2:45, 2:50. Oh, and the restaurant that I want to eat at, they did email me back. They don't have anything tonight, but they do have some options for tomorrow night. So I responded and said that I will go with the 6 o'clock. I am inside now, and nobody checked my ticket. I don't know if once I go into the actual exhibits, if there's going to be somebody who checks to give me access. But if not, then I just bought a ticket for nothing because I'm in here. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. So I'm going to start with the Denon wing. Denon. I believe that is where the Mona Lisa is. I'm going to fall out if nobody checked my ticket in here. That's like so funny to me. I'm just trying to figure out at what point was I supposed to present it and who failed at checking me. Oh wait, no. They're gonna check it up here. They're checking it right here. I spoke too soon. So I was kind of just taking my sweet time through the museum, like looking very deliberately at everything that I passed. And then I realized the museum's gonna close at some point, and I looked it up and I asked some gentleman who works here just to be sure. They're gonna start closing up in about an hour, 5:45, like asking people to leave. If they're closing up in about an hour, that means that I have to be a little bit more urgent so I can go see Miss Mona Lisa. If I come all the way to the Louvre, buy the ticket, go inside, I gotta see Miss Mona Lisa. It would make no sense if I don't. So I'm sort of bypassing whatever these pieces are and whatever exhibit that I'm in so I can make sure that I see les pièces de résistance. And then if I have time after, I might circle back and pay more attention. Oh, here she is. Bonjour. So, I was supposed to be checking out tomorrow, which would make today my last full day in Paris, but a few minutes ago I decided to extend my stay by 2 days. I'm feeling so naughty. I told myself I would be home by tomorrow, but I picked up my juice from the Temple of Juice, same place that I went yesterday, and the juice is great. Yesterday, I also picked up a matcha from there, but today I'm going to this cafe that I found last year, and I really enjoyed it because they have a strawberry matcha latte. And I love wherever I can get a strawberry matcha, I try to because they're so good. Essentially, it's a matcha latte with strawberry puree, either at the bottom or drizzled all over the cup, probably however you ask for it to be prepared. So, they were closed yesterday, so today they're back open, I think, for the rest of the week. So, I'm going to visit. I don't know how to pronounce the name. I think it's Duong or something. Like, I don't speak Vietnamese, but it's a Vietnamese cafe. So, that should just be like another 5 minutes away. I think it's down the street, Rue Saint Paul. I was kind of worried that because I slept in so late, I wouldn't have time to see the basilica before my dinner reservation, but I made good time. And now I'm walking to the restaurant. I think they're just about to open, so I have the first dinner slot. And I'm excited. I had to pass through this neighborhood yesterday on my way to the Basilica, and I was excited to find a vibrant community of Black people here. That's actually why I came back today. I am in desperate need of African shea butter, and something tells me there is a beauty supply store in this area that has exactly what I'm looking for. And it looks like I came to the right place because there is a shop a few doors down from the metro station, and they sell raw shea butter. That was easy. So hopefully you can see, just like behind me as I'm walking, what the neighborhood is looking like and what it's giving. Very, very Black. I imagine they are African. I know there is there are African countries that speak French, so I imagine it's probably easy to transition here linguistically. I don't know about politically or legally or anything like that, but I would like to now find a spot to sit and gather myself. Now that I got my shea butter, that was almost too easy. I knew exactly where to come and get it. So I did consult ChatGPT just to find out what this specific neighborhood is called. I was thinking that it was part of the Greater Montmartre neighborhood, and I think that's true, but specifically this is a part of town called Chateau Rouge, and it is known as the Little Africa of Paris. And just looking around, that is apparent because there are just a bunch of black folk, specifically, I would guess, from Africa, which is beautiful. When I was here for the very first time a year ago, I think I emerged from that same metro station trying to go to Sacré Fleur, which you already know how that turned out. I didn't have a reservation, I couldn't eat there. But the first thing I noticed when I emerged from the train was the abundance of people who look like me. And there are black people all throughout Paris, but seeing so many when I got off the train last year, I thought immediately, this must be a black neighborhood. This is something that I should know about. I maybe should have researched more, but I just came across it organically and came to my own conclusion. So yeah, according to what ChatGPT said, this is known as the Little Africa of Paris. And now I'm wondering, like, for lunch, should I have some African food? Or maybe even there's like Haitian food? Maybe. Wherever I eat, I just want to make sure it has an outdoor patio or terrace or something because it's a nice day. I would like to sit outside while I eat. If I can find an African spot that allows me to sit outside, I'll probably choose that. But if not, I'll just find somewhere else.
A few moments later.
Okay, I think that I have found an African restaurant, specifically Senegalese, that appears to have an outdoor seating area. And I don't think I've ever had Senegalese food, so I'm kind of excited. I feel like this is still like honoring like French cuisine in the way that like France connected itself to Senegal. So this is really cool. Just like when I was in Amsterdam and I had the Indonesian food, like that's really cool. I didn't even think about that coming here. So I think I'm gonna do that and try some stuff that I've never tried before, some stuff that I don't know how to pronounce. How cultural, oh my God. Okay, so the place that I found is literally like right around the corner from where I was sitting, but I don't see any outdoor seating. Let me get a little closer. I'm trying to figure out where the outdoor seating is because I saw like a whole like front patio on Google, and me looking at it now, there's definitely no outdoor patio, and there's not even room for an outdoor patio. So maybe it's like in the back. I'm like, do I want to go in and ask if they have outdoor seating? I don't want to be rude because if they don't, I don't think I'm gonna like stay inside. It was really good. I'm glad I didn't let the fact that there wasn't any outdoor seating stop me from eating there. Today's my last day here in Paris, my last full day. It's a little wet, but you know what? It's not bad. It's actually refreshing. And we are walking to the Temple of Juice because I do the same thing every day, apparently. But those are called rituals, routines and rituals. My little juice ritual, and then I'm gonna circle back over here to the Vietnamese cafe and get me a little ceremonial grade matcha latte with the strawberry puree at the bottom. And then you know what? I might just be like super chill and just hang out back at the hostel today. Keep it close to home, because eventually I'm going to try to get pre-packed so that when I wake up in the morning, all I gotta do is put on my clothes and like zip up one bag. I don't want to do too much. So yeah, we're gonna pre-pack. I don't know, maybe I'll go out and have like lunch or dinner somewhere, but I think I really would like to just stay close to the hostel today. I feel like I've done enough. All right. I got my last green juice from Temple of Juice. Shout out to them. They took really good care of me. They gave me all the stamps. They probably gave me too many stamps for the loyalty card, so I got my free one today. So I appreciate them. Very hospitable, very kind. They got all my mornings started off right. All 5 days here in Paris. So if you like a good green juice and just good food, they have matcha and maybe coffee. They have a whole bunch of stuff. If you're into all that, check out the Temple of Juice. Why are these people like fighting behind me? This man has a bloody nose. Just leaking. All right, it's time for dinner. It's going to be my last dinner here in Paris for this trip. I'm going to Les Fissouf. I think that's how you say it. I thought it was a lot closer, but it's like a 17-minute walk from here. So I have on my boots. Let's pray that my feet make it and my socks don't start to fall down. And if they do, c'est la vie. I just had my dinner. The dish was okay. I won't let that dish speak for the entire establishment, obviously. Maybe I just didn't get the right dish. It wasn't bad, actually. I was a bit underwhelmed. It definitely needed more seasoning. I added as much salt and pepper as I could without ruining it. The portion, I felt like it was so tiny. But, maybe that's the American in me. If I ever go there again, I'm definitely going to get something else. That is not the fish curry. Maybe I should have stuck to something that was more traditional French. It is about 7:15 a.m. here in Paris, and I'm here at TT Palacio, the restaurant here on the second floor. I am gonna head out in a little bit. My flight that I'm trying to make is at 11:45, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I'm flying standby, so it's no guarantee, but we're going to pray that I get on that one. If not, there's one a few hours later. Before I get on the metro, I am going to try to hit up the grocery store. I think it's called Franprix, and see if I can buy like some chocolates or some sort of souvenirs. I think they open at 7:30. So if I can catch that real quick and then get on the metro and head to the airport, that would be lovely. For the second year in a row, I've made Paris the grand finale locale of my multi-city birthday vacation, and this time was even more magical than the first. But now, after more than 2 weeks abroad, from Spain to France, this feels like the perfect time for me to fly back home. This free-flowing solo trip was exactly what I needed, and I thank God for the gift of travel.